Verse 372. On account of self-discrimination, which causes errors and sets false reasonings in motion, the ignorant are bound up with ideas in what they see, hear, think, or understand. We generally live in constant error. And this error begins with what's described here as self-discrimination, which means the discriminating of a me here. So there's a me here and things are happening to me. Generally not very nice things. And I can feel sorry for me. And everything which isn't very nice fuels this sorrow, this sense of unfairness, injustice, of being hard done by. I'm a martyr to existence. And this sets up a basic tone which becomes a thread through our lives. So this is a big mistake, isn't it? This self-discrimination causes errors. It determines our reality. And being human, we have these very highly developed minds. So not only do we feel this, but we can use our minds to fuel it, to fuel the feelings. This is what's called here false reasonings. It's quite a vicious dynamic. And then we get bound up with ideas in what we see, hear, think, or understand. This is how we create our reality. Everything gets filtered in accordance with this basic tone that's become established. Perhaps we'll take our life down a course where we try and make things nice for ourselves. Or perhaps we'll assume that other people are hard done by in the same way, and we'll take our life down a course which tries to help other people. Our thoughts are what reinforce our mission, and our understanding is the emotional aspect of our thoughts. Verse 373 says, according to the form of relativity, there are those names that belong to false imagination, and the various aspects of false imagination arise from relativity. So these terms, relativity and false imagination, we've come across them before. These are the Paratantra and the Parikalpita. But let's not worry too much about that. I don't know how useful these terms, relativity and false imagination, are. An easier way to understand it is to understand relativity as what we relate to. And we relate to this world of relationships. This thing is that and not that, so that's the relation. Basically, it's the world of appearances, the world of the senses, the so-called world of the senses. And the false imagination is our moods, our thoughts, our understanding, our feelings, our ideas, our beliefs. It's what we mean by me. So basically the false imagination is me, and relativity is everything external to me. And what this verse is saying is that these things fuel each other. according to the form of relativity. There are those names that belong to false imagination. And these are the aspects of the external world which have some sort of emotional resonance with us, which we feel affect me. So names are the things out there which affect me. It could be my mother, it could be left-wing politics, it could be spirituality, it could be my job. All these things which stir things up in me. These are the names that belong to false imagination, according to the form of relativity, according to what's going on out there. So there's a dynamic going on, and how out there affects what's going on in here determines how I interact with out there and how I respond emotionally to out there. So as enlightenment practitioners, we see this, and in seeing this, in observing this, in witnessing it, we step back from it. And this is what's called the buddhi in the next verse, verse 374. When well pondered with intelligence, this is the buddhi, there is neither relativity nor false imagination. Where perfect knowledge is, there is nothing dualistically existent. For how with intelligence can discrimination take place? So we need to become very aware of this dynamic. It's a dynamic between our moods and our situation. From the point of view of the enlightenment practitioner, me is no more intimate to what I really am than the world is. My mind is as much out there as you are, or anything else in this world. But we don't paint ourselves into a corner. In extricating ourselves from this dynamic, we embrace it. We embrace it because we must become bigger than it. This is our sense of being once again, coming back to our sense of being. So, as enlightenment practitioners, we move to this place beyond moods, beyond the belief in an external world. This is perfect knowledge. And here, in perfect knowledge, there is no discrimination.